Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück. Hier ist wieder Bea von gamers-palace.de zusammen mit Tales of Berseria. Wir haben im letzten Video herausgefunden, dass der Drache, der hier für Ärger sorgt... Wow, ich kann hier einfach nicht mein Board benutzen. Also der Drache, der für Ärger sorgt, dass der eigentlich ein Malak war. Und das bedeutet, dass wir jetzt aus welchen Gründen auch immer zurück nach Titania reisen müssen. Ja. Außerdem haben wir in der letzten Episode ein Board bekommen, mit dem wir eigentlich hier rumboarden können. Aber hier habe ich leider keinen Erdenpuls gefunden. Zumindest sehe ich noch keinen. Was schade ist, weil ich dann nicht mein Board benutzen kann. Gemeinheit. Aber ihr seht auch nichts, ne?
Turtles, keeping tight circles. Oh, perfect timing, Eisen. I's got a letter for you.
A letter?
Did you get a reply to that letter you sent? What's it say? What's it say?
I know everything that you've done. Repent for your horrendous deeds, you monster.
What did you do, Eisen?
No idea. There's no sender written on here either.
Who would write something so awful?
Who cares? If I gave a damn about other people's feelings, I wouldn't be a pirate.
I suppose that's true.
Forget about it. What's the status of the other stuff?
The Palmier made it just fine. But we've run into some troubles finding the Nordals. My deepest apologies.
What are Nordals?
Nordals used to be given out by Empyrean temples. If you collect a set of 4, you find happiness. Oh, so they said. Nowadays, there's only 4 left. Red, blue, green, and black. Even worse, nobody hardly knows nothing about them.
Dolls of the Empyreans. Do you think they're like that one we saw of Aminoch in that shop in Isolt?
Kind of. But these are less gloomy looking and more, how can I describe it?
Something like a quiet radiance?
A quiet radiance. That's perfect!
I think I get it. I'd never have pegged you as a collector of religious claptrap, Eisen. Think they'll help keep the Reaper away?
Probably not. But in the off chance they actually work, they'll keep her safe.
Hey, that letter Eisen sent off earlier was addressed to a woman, wasn't it?
Our little Laphicet is growing up.
No, I wasn't implying she was his girlfriend. Her writing just seemed more mature, and...
It's nothing like that. She's my younger sister.
I didn't know you had a sister.
She's the only family I have left. She and I live apart for various reasons.
I'm guessing your death curse is one of them, huh? Mogiloo! So that's why. I'd be happy to help you look for those dolls, Eisen.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay then. Thanks.
So, wir schauen nochmal nach, was die Expedition gemacht hat. Verloren, Sieg, verloren. Ah, okay. Das heißt, wir haben jetzt mehr Glück, dass wir hier das letzte finden. Was ist denn das? Ist das... Ah, die sind auf der Karte markiert. Ah, wie cool. Jetzt kann ich das Board doch benutzen. Hui. So, wir sollen nach Titania zurückkehren. Tun wir das doch.
I guess the dragon was a bit much to take on, even for the Reaper. You should get some rest.
We all should. I'll just get the crew started on readying the ship for our next departure.
All right, you go do that. Luffy said, you should get some rest too.
I'm fine. It's more important that I focus on finding an actual Therian this time. I'm going to take another try at sensing the Earth Pulse points.
You're as stubborn as ever, Fee.
Cool, das heißt, ich muss jetzt überall diese Punkte einsammeln, damit ich das Board benutzen kann. Ich soll mich ausruhen. Aber wo denn? Ah, hier.
Hey, Kuragane, let me ask you something.
More complaining, is it?
Come on, don't be like that. Every time I turn around, Velvet or one of the pirates is telling me to go make some delivery to some island. I can never get a break.
Isn't that just a sign they think you're a dependable guy?
Maybe, but I don't see them sending you off on errands. It's like they take one look at your face and decide to leave you alone.
I don't have a face.
Oh, right, sorry. The slip of the tongue.
Maybe you just don't know how much work I do around here. It's more than you think. Anything to do with iron, I do it. Making tools, repairing things. What do you take me for? Some kind of cheeky freeloader? I don't even have cheeks.
You're too funny. But doesn't it ever annoy you to have all these kids giving you orders?
I've spent my entire life thinking of nothing but forging swords. It's been centuries since I've interacted with youngsters like them. They can be a hassle, but at least it's a new hassle.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first. So I went along with whatever they asked. But I've been too nice, so they keep pushing work onto me. Maybe if I hadn't been so helpful, they would have stayed out of my face like they stay out of yours.
I don't have a face.
That's not the point. Aren't you even listening to what I'm saying here?
You need to make up your mind. You and I got on this ship alongside these people, who are putting themselves in great danger in order to live the lives of their choosing. If you don't like it, then go on and get off this ship with your tail between your legs.
Yeah, except I don't have a tail right now.
Soll mich immer noch ausruhen?
It's all thanks to you the construction of our hideout is proceeding so smoothly.
About that retractable ventilation shutter, please, let me make a new one.
What? Why? We already installed it, and it works just fine.
It's the hinges. When they move, it makes this unbearable squeak. I can hear it every time the wind blows.
Oh, come on, that's nothing. Besides, anything we install is going to rust up once the sea breeze gets to it. More importantly, I'd love it if you made us a nice big pot, and a frying pan, too.
Not happening. I can't focus with that incessant squeaking. I can't work under these conditions.
Fine. You can make a new shutter. But make us a pot and pan while you're at it.
Can I also fix that autonomous hunter-killer anti-personnel spinning blade engine I made the other day?
That too? But you said you were satisfied with how it turned out.
I was at first, but when I thought about it, I realized I forgot to install an off switch. So, can I fix it?
God, yes! Fix it before it kills us all!
Great. Okay. Shutter first, then...
Spinning death machine first!
Mich also immer noch nicht ausgeruht? Aha, hier vielleicht. Ich bin voll ausgeruht. Aber irgendwie doch nicht. Vielleicht muss ich alle ansprechen. Ah, ruh dich aus bedeutet suche Lafiset. Alles klar. Oder soll ich in diesem Inn hier schlafen? Mal gucken. Wir probieren das jetzt mal aus. Mal gucken.
The oldest known map of the world was made by... Wow, it took them decades!
You always look so happy when you've got your nose in a book. What's so interesting about the one you've got there?
It's a book about surveying. When I read it, I can imagine myself traveling afar and making maps of the world. It sounds like so much fun.
I know just how you feel. I know Magilu and the others don't understand. But I just can't help but feel excited when I think about us completing a map of the entire world.
It's the thought of treasure that gets me more fired up.
Obviously, there's treasure waiting to be unearthed too, but that's more of a bonus on the side. Crossing uncrossable oceans, going to lands where none have gone before. The voyage itself, the dance with death, these things hold value greater than that of any treasure.
Ah, adventure! Truly the romance of the quest we call life.
Lafiset, you had a map, didn't you? The one you dropped when we first met?
It's a world map I got when I was with the Abbey, but I only checked out the places really close by. I could hardly call it adventure.
There's more to adventuring than visiting far-off lands and sailing stormy seas, you know. Adventures are about achieving your ambitions and leaping across the walls we've built to protect ourselves, no matter the danger that waits on the other side. There are no big or small adventures.
Even if I only went to Helavis and the Figol ice caps?
Think of it like this. When you sneaked out of town without the Abbey noticing, when you walked the land and compared it to your map, how did that make you feel?
It was scary, but fun. Exhilarating.
Then it was an adventure. The map you made within yourself is a treasure that's only yours.
Wow, my very own treasure.
Oh, der Mann heißt Gefängnisbett. Ich soll mich nochmal ausruhen?
Whoa, awesome.
I swear, The second he has a spare moment, he buries himself in his books.
Knowledge opens up bigger worlds. I imagine that back when Teresa was bossing him around, reading was a fun escape, an adventure in and of itself.
What's up, you guys?
You're reading a pretty hard book there, aren't you?
This? It's about dinosaurs. It says that long before humans were around, these huge creatures ruled the world. There are so many different kinds, like tyrannosaurs and triceratops and brachiosaurs. They're all so cool.
They look like dragons to me.
They look similar, but dinosaurs couldn't live inside volcanoes, and they didn't do well in the cold either. But they were crazy huge and strong. Nothing else could even compete with them.
I bet they would have made for great sparring partners. I think this Gigantospinosaurus might be my favorite.
Those two huge points jutting out from both sides of its body make it look just like you and your two swords.
Actually, it's also known as the dual-bladed dragon.
Wow, it really does sound like a perfect match for me then.
Okay, so if they weren't dragons, what were they?
They look a lot like lizards.
Maybe they're like my ancestors or something.
But you used to be a human.
Damn, I think I might have gotten a bit too used to this new body of mine.
I wonder if their tails can fall off too.
Nochmal? Oh, wie viel soll ich mich ausruhen?
Did you ever figure out if that bug was a stag or a rhinoceros beetle?
Actually, I still haven't really looked into it.
Why not? Weren't Rokuro and Aizen pretty curious to find out too?
They're why I haven't. They both have really strong opinions, and they both make a believable argument. And if I determined it was a new kind of beetle entirely, my decision would change the very course of their fates.
Their fates? I think you're exaggerating things.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
We're still hashing out what that Rhinostagros really is. Kiddo here's holding off on his final decision because he's worried about how you'll take it.
You're both adults. Can't one of you just give in so we can move on?
It's a rhinoceros beetle. I'm not backing down on that.
No, it's a stag beetle.
Why not just take off the pointy bits? Then we can all agree it's just a plain old beetle. Simple.
Sounds good to me.
Don't even joke about that. If you took away my swords, I wouldn't have anything left. Same thing goes for a stag beetle and its pincers.
And taking away a rhinoceros beetle's horns is disrespectful to its way of life, and to even suggest it is just plain wrong. No, if we're going to argue it out over this, we need to exhaust every possible angle before coming to a conclusion. It's the right thing to do.
Madam Eleanor! Here's that field guide to rare insects of Midgard you wanted me to get you.
Thanks, Bienfu. Surely this book will have something about that bug. Yeah, here it is. This beetle's real name is... Argonathocrassus, the thick-jawed beetle.
It's named for its jaws? That must make it a stag...
It's a drone beetle. The field guide says it's a really rare variety, too. I guess that's that.
No, you're wrong. It's a brand new species. I call it the Laphicet Rhinostagros. That's my decision and I'm not backing down.
So funktioniert es. Oh. Aber jetzt sagt es immer noch, ich soll mich ausruhen. Vielleicht muss ich jetzt noch mal normal schlafen? Nein. Dann war das also nicht richtig. Nee. Dann probiere ich was anderes aus. Hier vielleicht.
Push yourself too hard now, Laphicet. You hear me?
I hear you. I just...
Ah, war richtig.
I told everyone I could find the Therians, but I've only sent us to the wrong places. Eisen, is there any way to boost Amalok's powers?
I guess it's okay for me to tell you this. The majority of Malachim today have their consciousnesses sealed away to be used as mere tools for the exorcists. But originally, Malachim were beings who received prayers from people, and in return bestowed their blessings upon nature and mankind.
So you're saying that when humans pray to a Malak, the Malak receives great strength?
Yes. In general, at least. Some Malachim, like me, buck the system and bring about misfortune rather than divine grace.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But who would ever pray to me?
Maybe you didn't lead us to any Therians, Fee, but it's not like we came back empty-handed. We found orichalcum to use against Shigure, and we also learned we can hold our own against a dragon.
Velvet.
So where should we go next, Fee?
Northgand! There's a big Earth Pulse point north of Helivis.
Works for me. Eisen?
We can leave whenever you want. Doesn't matter to me.
And I'm all set. Let's make our way to the harbor.
When I say prayers, I don't mean outright worshipping. All I'm talking about are earnest thoughts and feelings directed at you.
I see. So I'm already receiving prayers then.
Okay, dann wissen wir jetzt, wo wir hin müssen, nämlich schon wieder nach Northgand zurück. Oh, so ein Teleportpunkt hier drinne wäre mal nicht schlecht. Na, komm schon. Hier lang, richtig? Ja. Ich komm nicht vorbei. So. So. Die 3 muss ich unbedingt mitnehmen.
Our next target is north of Helivis, near the Faldes ruins. In light of everything we know, I'd say it's highly likely we'll find a Therian there.
Let's hope.
Then we should make our first stop, Port Helivis.
With the, mischief we got into last time, getting into the city might prove difficult.
Benwick, how are things in Helivis right now?
That shipping guild that used to handle our mooring is pretty much toast. But for some reason, the Abbey isn't watching the port as much as they once were. Unfamiliar ships have been hauling in relief supplies, so if we pose as one of the transport ships, I think we can slip in. And if we divert some supplies to an unofficial channel, we might be able to secure a new mooring partner.
Smuggling in relief supplies for our own disaster. Cheeky bastards, aren't we?
It's what'll get us in.
That much is true. It's a plan.
Roger. I'll get right on it.
Dann fahren wir da doch mal wieder hin. Das war ja nur der Ort, den wir komplett zerstört hatten beim letzten Mal.
Supplies are loaded. We can make for Helavies whenever you want.
That was fast.
If we weren't hard workers, we wouldn't be sailors.
Eleanor!
Oh, what's wrong, Kamoana?
She said she had a dream about her mom.
When Mommy saw me, she said I looked scary. That she didn't want a scary little girl like me.
Your mother would never say that, sweetheart.
But how can you be sure?
Well, how do I put it? I know because I know.
You're just lying to make me feel better.
Aw, Kamoana, don't cry.
Oh, this is the part I hate about little kids.
I'm not a little kid. I hate you, Velvet. I hate you.
That's right. Let it all out.
Stop it! Stop it! Mommy! I saw my mommy! She didn't want me.
She managed to cry herself to sleep.
They're not rational creatures. Sometimes you just gotta let them cry it out.
You seem used to it.
I guess you could say that. Laffy usually kept himself together when he was younger. But when he was really little, he had times like this every now and then. And on that note, let's take off all we can.
My liege, Dial, I leave Kamoana in your care.
I'll do what I can, but kids as sweet and honest as her are harder to deal with than corrupt bureaucrats.
An outlaw prince and a talking lizard are no replacement for a mother.
I do hope Kamoana isn't crying anymore.
Yeah.
Shush.
How long is it going to be before you send in another exorcist to replace Lady Teresa?
With these demons clamoring at our gates, none of us feel safe anymore.
You have our deepest sympathies, but we were sent here on a different mission.
That's what the last exorcist who came here said before leaving for the north. What could be up there that's worth all that attention?
Surely we're not all being punished by the Abbey for what happened with Medusa, are we?
That is not the case. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have business to attend to.
So the exorcists are just passing through town and heading straight north. Odd.
Das ist unser Schiff. Da ist eine Kiste. Sieht irgendwie nicht so aus, als hätten wir das hier alles zerstört.
Ever since the Calamity showed up, everything's just gone to pot, I say.
Calamity? What do you mean?
I mean the demon who barged in and made a mess of our fair city. She's a nasty creature of pure evil, with an arm that eats anything that gets in her way.
Haven't you heard of her? The Calamity's been rampaging across the whole kingdom, not just here. Scant few have seen her and survived.
Huh. You don't say.
After the Calamity raised our ships and our port, the shipping guild fell apart, and our trade routes got poached by other ports. It's bad. The town relies on trade to make ends meet.
People are abandoning the city, and our streets are no longer safe. Not to mention the demon blight spreading again. Just the other day, a little kid turned into a demon. Just like that. What a world! What a world!
What have the exorcists been doing during all of this?
Well, Lady Teresa was in charge of this region, but she came up short against the Calamity, and got a fat demotion for her troubles. Several new exorcists have been reassigned here, but once they arrive, they all traipse right off to the ruins up north.
This has to be Medissa's fault. If she hadn't gone and done something so stupid...
Medissa?
That's enough. This isn't something for outsiders to know.
You're right. Sorry. I'm really worried about what's going to come of this town.
It sounds like Hellofeast isn't what it used to be these days.
We need to ask around and find out more about what's going on here.
Agreed. Especially regarding the Abbey and those ruins. I'm also curious about this Medissa woman.
The ruins part makes sense, since the Earth Pulse point might be there. But why do you care who Medissa is?
Just a hunch. Something tells me she's worth looking into.
You're not gonna look into this Calamity chick? She sounds like a real terror.
Yeah, I think I'll pass. I already know plenty about what makes her tick.
Okay. Wow. Hier ist einiges. Okay. Gut. Da hier 4 Punkte auf der Karte sind, warte ich noch, bis das Schiff wieder da ist. Das müsste ja gleich hier wieder eintreffen. Und dann entlasse ich euch für heute. Na, mal gucken, was sie erzählt.
Hey, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sorry, I'm busy. Try someone else.
Excuse me. My name is Eleanor, and I'm an exorcist on patrol with the Abbey. I was wondering if I could solicit your honest opinion about how this town is being run.
Oh, I didn't realize there was an exorcist with you. Yes, please tell the Abbey we want Lady Teresa back. Her governance was strict, it's true, but at least we could live in safety. Now, all the exorcists run off to the Faldi's ruins and leave us here in the lurch. They value some dusty, faraway ruins over the lives of the good, hardworking citizens here. It's just wrong. We've always been cooperative with the Abbey's demands, and now this is what we get in return.
I see. The Abbey appreciates your, candor. I'll pass your comments on to my superiors.
Oh, ich hoffe, ihr habt den schrecklichen Hund gerade nicht gehört in der Aufnahme. Ah, da ist die Expedition. Das heißt, wir schauen hier nochmal nach.
Take a look at this.
Aber ich krieg nicht das letzte. Gemeinheit. Okay. Dann danke ich euch vielmals fürs Reinschauen. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, lasst ein Abo da. Ihr kennt das. Ich habe euch hier nochmal ein paar Playlists verlinkt. Schaut euch das Ganze einfach mal an. Und wenn ihr ein bisschen was lesen wollt, News zu Indie-Spielen und so weiter, dann schaut doch mal auf www.gamers-palace.de vorbei. Bis dann, macht's gut, ciao.